Welcome to Nature Travel Boy TV. In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 places for scuba diving in the world. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. Diving is possible almost anywhere there is water. To enjoy scuba diving, you don't have to travel far. However, combining the fun of travel with the joy of diving, seeking for the top dive locations in the world gives you two incredible experiences at once. There's no way a guide could ever cover every great dive out there. The world is too huge to fit within an essay, and there is too much beauty and possibility to fit into a best of list. However, these scuba diving spots are among the best in the world. Here's a list of the top 10 places for scuba diving in the world. Let's start. Number 10. Great Blue Hole, Belize. Lighthouse Reef, off the coast of Belize City, is home to the Great Blue Hole. It's one among the Caribbean's most unusual dive spots, or anywhere, for that matter. This is the world's largest ocean sinkhole, large enough to be visible from space. Knowing what to expect is an important part of appreciating the Great Blue Hole. This is a tranquil, gloomy dive. Down in the pit, there are a variety of unusual rock formations, including some massive stalactites and stalagmites. Sharks come in a variety of shapes and sizes, including black-tipped tigers, nurse sharks, bull sharks, hammerhead sharks, and others. Angelfish, purple sea fans, Peterson's shrimp, and other species can also be found. It's crucial to understand that the blue hole isn't necessarily a color dive. In the shallower areas, you might encounter elkhorn and brain coral, but this isn't your standard coral reef dive. The atmosphere has changed. It has been described as Gothic. It's deep and quiet. While skilled scuba divers can locate all sorts of amazing formations and landscape features in the depths between 110 and 270 feet, it is a unique dive. Belize's climate is ideal for diving all year, but the best months to go are April and June. The whale sharks will arrive in Placentia at that time. Belize's rainy season runs from June to November, albeit the rain rarely lasts long and rarely affects visibility for boat dives. Number 9. Barracuda Point, Sipadan Island. Barracuda Point is in Malaysia's Sipadan Island, which is part of the Coral Triangle. In the crystal-clear waters, a coral reef has grown around the lip of a dormant underwater volcano, resulting in a rich, diverse environment. These bustling waters are home to over 3,000 species of fish and hundreds of different types of coral. Barracuda Point is a one-of-a-kind attraction on Sipadan. The dive begins as a walled dive and soon transitions to a canal with a strong current. The massive school of barracudas that gives the point its name can be found at the further end. Simply labeling it a school does not give justice to its appearance. This massive, swarming tornado of glittering silver is one among the reasons why underwater photographers travel to Sipadan from all over the world. Hundreds of turtles, reef sharks, parrotfish, and other species make this area unique even without the barracudas. Sipadan diving is fantastic all year, but heavy rain and low visibility are possible from January to March. The best time to visit is from April through December. From April through June, the weather is at its best, but so is the tourist traffic. Number 8. Darwins Arch, Galapagos. Unfortunately, erosion has caused Darwins Arch, one of the Galapagos's most famous rock formations, to collapse into the sea. Continue reading to learn more about what attracted divers to this location. The Galapagos island chain's remarkable diversity led Darwin to begin studying natural selection, forever altering our understanding of biology. One of the islands, as well as the massive stone arch at its southeastern tip, bear his name today. Scuba divers have the opportunity to witness a world that even Darwin could not have imagined and to explore a treasure trove of aquatic life as diverse as anything found on the surface. Darwins Arch is an islet off the coast of Ecuador that is home to a rich, teeming wilderness of marine life. Number 7. Mayathila, South Ari Atoll, Maldives. Mayathila is a perfect illustration of why the Maldives has been rising in popularity as a scuba diving destination for decades. This dive location is an undersea island with a shallow top reef located immediately northwest of Mayafushi Island. The region isn't that big, roughly 80 meters in circle, so you could swim the entire perimeter in one dive if you really wanted to. Most people opt not to do so because there is so much to see in any one region of Mayathila that scuba divers like to stay in a limited area for the majority of their dive. All kinds of sea critters may be seen around the Thiela's coral outcrops and caves. White-tip sharks can be found almost anywhere there is a strong current. Manta rays are cleaned by wrasse and shrimp. Giant turtles, dog-toothed tuna, blue-faced angelfish, parrotfish, clown triggerfish, and other species can also be seen. The reef comes alive at night. If you're looking for a nice night dive with manta rays, Maya Thiela is the place to go. You can also spot sharks venturing out on night hunts and eels darting in and out of coral reefs with the help of your dive light. Number 6. Richula Rock, Thailand. The water in the Andaman Sea between the Similan and Surin Islands is alive with life. Richula Rock attracts the majority of that life, perhaps because it is the solitary pinnacle in the area. This scuba diving place is far from the next island, and even more from the mainland, making it a magnet for any marine species seeking shelter or food in the region. You can see a few meters of the rock's top at low tide, but it's normally entirely submerged at high tide. The top is covered in red and purple soft corals, while seahorses, pineaplefish, harlequin shrimp, porcelain crabs, ghost pipefish, and other small critters live in the crags and crevices. Filter feeders including manta rays and whale sharks, as well as bannerfish, lionfish, and chevelnis rays, frequent the area. Here are a few things to keep in mind. For starters, currents can be difficult to navigate, especially near the surface. If you like to dive gently, you might want to come here on a quiet day. Second, in order to dive here, you'll need a park permission. One can be purchased on the Surin Islands. Number 5. Santa Rosa Wall, Cozumel. For many reasons, Cozumel is one of our favorite scuba diving destinations, and the Santa Rosa Wall is one among the most well-known. The wall starts out shallow, at only 15 meters 50 feet, before plunging into the depths. This is one of the top drift diving spots in the world, with high currents and a spectacular terrain that makes you feel like you're soaring over a cliff. There are numerous coral species, as well as large sea fans, and enormous, vividly colored sponges can be found here. Turtles, scribbled filefish, huge parrotfish, French and queen angelfish, and a toadfish endemic to Cozumel are among the marine species. There may be a lot of people on the dive. It's a spectacular dive spot that's only a short drive from San Miguel. You might want to go in the afternoon when it's less crowded. While drift diving along the wall is fantastic, making Santa Rosa your second dive of the day and gliding around the top of the wall is another option. The marine life is fantastic in the shallower areas of the wall, where there are less divers. The average water temperature varies, although it is consistently warm throughout the year. The temperature ranges from 75 degrees in the winter to 85 degrees in the summer. However, hurricane season lasts from June to November, so plan your trip for the remainder of the year to avoid hurricanes. Number 4. SS Thistlegirm Wreck, Egyptian Red Sea. The Thistlegirm is one of the most famous wreck dives in the world, as well as one of the most fascinating to explore. This 415-foot steamship was commissioned in 1940, and although not being designed for combat, it was rapidly outfitted with obsolete weapons and rushed into service. The Thistlegirm made numerous voyages around the world carrying supplies before being sunk by the Luftwaffe in the Egyptian Red Sea in October 1941. The bombing split the ship in two, yet the ship's bow is erect in 52 feet of water, which is shallower. The bow features 3 cargo holds that are still intact and include grenades, mines, automobiles, trucks, motorcycles, and other items. Vintage boots, ancient hospital and radio equipment, and a variety of other supplies are also on display. Divers may also come across the boat's new tenants, such as soldierfish and sweepers, crocodile fish, hawksbill turtles, and others. The wreck is a long way away. It takes roughly 4 hours to get there by boat from Sharm el-Sheikh. Despite the difficulty of accessing it, it is a very popular site that can quickly fill up. Consider taking a liveaboard trip and exploring the site first thing in the morning, while the day boats are still making their way. Number 3. SS Yangala Wreck, Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The SS Yangala, another notable wreck dive, collapsed off Cape Bowling Green in 1911 after colliding with a storm. The 350-foot steamer is 33 meters down on its starboard side, roughly 12 nautical miles from Alva Beach. It wasn't discovered until 1958 due to its distant location. There are numerous reasons to visit Yangala. For starters, the wreck is in remarkably good condition. The ship was built in 1903, giving visitors the opportunity to witness a ship that has been around since the turn of the century. The wreckage is also unique in that it is the only landscape feature in the water for a long distance in either direction. That means it's evolved into a thriving coral reef that attracts all types of sea life during the previous 100 years. Any critter looking for a bite to eat or a place to rest will come to a halt near the wreck. The huge trevally, bull shark, chevron barracuda, Queensland groper, and other species are among them. Ray enthusiasts will be pleased to see spotted eagle rays, marble rays, and small eye rays, as well as loggerhead and hawksbill sea turtles. The wreck does not allow penetration dives because oxygen from bubbles can destroy the structure. This law is enforced by dive operators and by hefty fines. Regardless, the dive is an all-time favorite since it takes place in one of the world's most vibrant underwater habitats. Number 2. Yolanda and Shark Reef, Egyptian Red Sea. Shark Reef and Yolanda Reef are located in the Egyptian Red Sea, near the SS Thistlagurm wreck, in Ras Mohammed National Park. These two reefs rise from a seafloor only 20 to 30 meters below the surface. All in one place, you'll find a deep cliff, a sandy plateau, and a wreck. The place is frequented by large schools of barracuda. Silky sharks can even be seen in July and August. The Suez and Aqaba Gulfs converge here, resulting in two distinct currents and two distinct sets of endemic species interacting in one place. Soft corals, sea anemones, and parazoanthus cover the wall here, and when the current dies down, the soft coral opens up, resulting in a colorful and vibrant reef. The Yolanda is located at a shallower depth, between 145 and 160 meters. In 1980, a Cypriot cargo ship ran aground on a reef. The wreck is now a popular tourist attraction, not only because of the many fish, coral, and marine life, but also because of the odd cargo. When the ship sank, it was full of bathtubs, pipes, and toilets, making this location the home of some of the world's most famous toilets. Number 1. 1,000 Steps, Bonaire. Around the world, bonaire is at the top of scuba divers' bucket lists. 1,000 Steps is just one of the reasons why it's a diving paradise. The limestone steps that lead to the shore are known as the 1,000 Steps. Don't be fooled by the name. There are just roughly 67 steps. You'll find beautiful white sand on a cove flanked by limestone cliffs once you've made it down. You can shore dive from the beach if you don't mind lugging your gear down. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.